Alright, so here's middle C right here. I'm setting a G triad above it, G, B, and D. I'm going to do a walk down with my 1, 2, 3. And then I'm resetting my pointer finger on D so I can do this little trill. My thumb is crossing over to that B so I can set a G inversion. B, G, D, and we're going to walk down that twice. And then my thumb sets back up on that D. So what we've got so far from the G triad is a triad down, D, E, thumb to B, and then we can kind of make the notes louder that are part of the song and then make the notes that are kind of backups a little bit quieter. So we'd go. Our second half is going to be very similar. We're going to go just the G triad again. D, E, D. Crossover, and this time we're going to do a downward and then an upward on this G arpeggio. So going on the inversion, B, G, D. Right back up. Sorry, it goes up to that A. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. 2 on G, cross that 2 under to D, and then your thumb is going to stretch a fifth up to E. So again, that downward arpeggio, B, G, D, G, B, cross under, D, A. That takes us to phrase 2. So what we've got for phrase 1, G triad, you have to pay extra for the roller coaster. Alright, assuming my music stand stays upright this time. We just did our downward and upward G arpeggio. D, A. So phrase 2 starts here. We're going to do a D triad. So D, F, and A. My F sharp levers are up because key of G. So we're going to do one of these. And then we're going to do a little back and forth. So one downward triad and then an A, D, A. And then we're going to land on an F sharp. So down, bobble, so after that bobble, I've got my second finger on F, my thumb will cross over, F, D, A, and then my thumb goes up to that F. So that's a D chord inversion, F sharp, D, A. We're just going down that twice. So D triad once, A, D, A. You could just step your thumb down here and go. That'd be totally acceptable too. So that's the first half of phrase 2. Your thumb is going to step up to G, and we're going to do a G inversion. So G, D, and B. So the same kind of shape that we were doing with that D triad, where we go downward and then we do a bobble. G, B, G. And then we're going to go. There we go. So that's a G arpeggio, well, triad down, D, B, G, G, E, and you could do a thumb jump there if you wanted, because we're going to do some more downward arpeggios there. So that's all of phrase 2. From the D arpeggio, D triad at the beginning, jump to F sharp, thumb to G, bobble, down, up, If you want to involve your fourth finger, you could go 1, 2, 4, and then set 4, 3, 2, 1. So my 4 is on G, my 3 is on B, my 2 is on D, and my thumb is on G. And then your thumb will just snap down to that E. That's another option. Phrase 2 again. My bad. Alright, phrases 1 and 2 all together, starting with this G triad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. That E starts phrase 3. Alright, so we've just gone to this E here because we've done our... So we're on this E, we're going to do C inversions now. So we've got E, C, and G. We're going to go down. So similar pattern to phrase 2 where we do one downward and then a bobble. So E, C, G, E, G, E. 2, 1. So I kind of sneaky replace my second finger so I can reach up to this G here. 1, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2, 1. So that little section is a C triad. This is my C over middle C. And I'm doing G, E, C, replacing the E and C but putting my thumb on F. So we've got C triad, C4, and then we're going to do G triad. That's kind of similar to our phrase 1. We do a 1 triad down, 2, 1, 2, D, E, D, cross that thumb over, and we're going to do a down and up. Second finger cross under, and that lands us on that E. So this kind of repeats our phrase 3. Bobble, 2, 1, F, G triad, so very much like phrase 1 where we jump from that D to the A at the end. So phrase 3 kind of repeats itself almost exactly. Once again, phrase 3, we're starting on this C inversion down, so E, C, G, bobble, 2, 1, F, E, G triad, down and up, C inversion, that gets us into our phrase 4. Okay, so we've jumped up to that E. We're going to do a D arpeggio, D triad, downward, bobble, and go up to a C. So technically this is a D7 if we care about that. It's a D, F, A, C. So our fingers are evenly spaced with one string in between each one. But starting with the triad, A, F, D, and then you're going to go A, D, A. And again, I'm starting with my thumb, so I'm going 4, 1, and then I sneak my second finger up so I can go 2, 1. 1, 4. I said that backwards. I said 4, 1. 1, 4. 2, 1. And then that's walking down that D7 chord. So we've got C, A, F, A, F, D. So what we've got so far is the D triad down, a bobble, going up to our C, which is our 7th, and going down from the C, down from the A on a D arpeggio. So D triad, bobble, 2, 1. Thumb lands on G. Kind of a big jump there. So we've got 1 G inversion, G, D, B, G, B, G. Again, sneaking my 2nd finger up there so I can land on B. G inversion again. G, B, G, B. And then we're just going to keep going down that G arpeggio. So that's B, G, D, G, D, B. And we go back to that G. So what we have, D arpeggio, bobble, C, A, G, so phrase 4, 2nd half. So that one kind of has a little more motion. We start with G, D, B. And then I'm placing my thumb on that D so I can do a bobble between D and G. And my thumb slides, so I go 1, 4, 1, 1, D, G, D, C. And then I set a triad frame as soon as I've got that thumb on there, so C, A, F. Once again from that G up here, D, sorry, there's a bobble, so downward and then a bobble. Slide, triad, another triad, going down A, F, D. So once again, that's a D7 starting on the C to an A, and then we land G, so that's G, D, G, then B, G, so G, D, G, B, G, D, and then I'm doing a 4-3 down here. You could probably do a 3-2, G, B, and a thumb up on E. So we've got an octave, and then we're adding the 3rd note in there, 1, 2, 3, so octave plus a 3rd. That outro, and that gets us out. So all of phrase 4, starting from this D triad, bobble, C, A, G, same G chord, bobble and slide, outro. And I'm kind of rolling. So 4, 3, 1. And you can choose how fast you want to go. You can make it really fast and make it like a strum, or you could go like I did there and kind of roll it. That works too. All right, so here's phrases 3 and 4 together, starting from our C inversion, E, C, G. G, C inversion, F, is our phrase 4. Sorry. Last half. Outro. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6.